I know we like to blame Stephen Curry.
Somebody's been told to not. Nah.
I think you're right.
The people that to pull the strings. It's like music. You gotta blame the people who run music. Music is trash because of the that are running music.
It's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that? You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a bit.
There's no talent, no studio musicians.
SEXYYRED. Play with me, I put a pothole in your teeth.
And that's why we're getting mediocre right now.
Yes.
And I think the same thing is happening with the NBA. I personally think that. I go, yo, get some crashing the boards. Shaq used to crash the boards. Damn, we want that back.
Illegal. Penny pump fake, steps through. Shaq follows. Hey, steps home! Oh my goodness!
Delivering to. And the foul!
He knew that. Look at the East bench. The East bench is up there. Acknowledging.
We have the stars of the league, our international stars, which in and of itself isn't wrong. However, Jokic, you know he loves basketball, but if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't know it. He never likes to talk about it, doesn't want to talk about it, loves talking about his horses, wants to go home, can't wait to leave America.
And if you're looking forward to a parade coming up in Denver.
When is parade?
Thursday.
No. I need to go home.
With the recovery, and Jordan is fouled. Michael Jordan very upset.
We're now tuned in to the Dark Times channel.
And so here we go again, back with another one. Welcome back to the Dark Times channel. And before I get started, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you're not new to the channel and you've been enjoying the content so far on this channel, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so I want to go ahead and talk about what everybody's been talking about as it pertains to the NBA and its seemingly declining ratings and people showing lack of interest in watching the NBA.
This game we're watching now, I don't know what the we're watching now.
Yo, thank you. I really believe this. I was talking to some younger dudes. They say, yeah, I said the 90s and it was way harder than this. You guys, this is like kind of soft. Am I lying? Am I crazy? I'm not a basketball expert.
It's soft. It's soft, and I've said this a million times. It's soft because everybody's doing the same thing.
And so Shaquille O'Neal hit the nail on the head with this one. The number one reason why nobody's watching the NBA or why the numbers are declining in the NBA is due to lack of originality. Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's shooting three-pointers and everybody's shooting a high quantity of three-pointers.
The threes they shoot tonight. I need to look it up because they firing the shit out this ball, man.
The Warriors are averaging 42 threes per game, currently fourth in the league right now. Celtics still on top with 51 a game. Hornets second with 45. Bulls third with 43 three-point attempts per game.
43, 51, 48, and y'all scoring 110, 115. I don't know how that math has math for y'all.
Nasty work, Gil, to kiss her.
I literally do not know how that math. Can anybody look up the top scoring teams in history?
So this season, teams are averaging 113 points per game, which would be the 11th highest total in league history. But the top 8 spots are all from teams in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So,
just individually, right?
High scoring?
Yeah, high scoring.
Yeah. Wow.
With no three ball takes 13 threes a night.
I know we like to blame Stephen Curry.
Somebody's been told to not. I
think you're right.
The people that to pull the strings. It's like music. You gotta blame the people who run music. Music is trash because of the that are running music. There's no talent, no studio musicians, and that's why we're getting mediocre right now.
Yes.
And I think the same thing is happening with the NBA. I personally think that. I go, yo, get some crashing the boards. Shaq used to crash the boards. Damn, we want that back.
And so that's an issue that a lot of people have, the lack of physicality within the NBA. And then also you're not getting the athletic specimens and the athletic freaks that you used to have within the game of basketball.
Out of backcourt, he comes out of the block, on fire. Oh, raging right-handed tomahawk down from the Reed man. Oh my goodness, he punched that ticket and went on his way. Dominique. Oh my goodness! Did you see what I saw?
Swift against Pachulia. Gonna drive it and power it through.
To Little Rock, Arkansas. Swift hammers it. A tomahawk.
Howard spins, throws it down. Impressive again from Howard.
Swirling dervish that time. Going into this OT.
Alley-oop to Howard, and he throws it down and a foul. A power play from Howard.
And so subsequently, what we're watching on the NBA is basically a glorified three-point contest in which teams are putting up three-pointers at astronomical rates. And what that does is it brings down the entertainment value, because now we're not watching anything that we can't watch on a Friday night at your local high school. And so if I want to see people shoot three-pointers, I can tune in to watch the WNBA. I can tune in to watch high school. I can tune in to watch college.
We've lost this. We've lost the dunks, and what we loved and what we've always loved is competition. There's no competition when it's a three. It's a contest, not a competition.
I think it's...
And the NBA knew exactly what they were doing when they decided to invest their time and their resources into making the NBA a global game. And it's the same playbook that the MLB used back in the 80s.
Talking to black players, white players, executives, all on the record, there were people who told me, again, on the record, that there was a quota system in Major League Baseball that was purposely phasing out African Americans. That's how it became close with Hank Aaron in 1982. And the consensus back then was, by the turn of the century, the 21st century, that the numbers would be below 10%, which they are right now. And matter of fact, I even had the smoking gun revenue. I had a white scout give me a computerized scouting report from Major League Baseball back in 82. They had a slot for race. They were keeping track of how many African Americans were in the game. I checked with the National Football League with their scouting report, the NBA and their equivalency of a scouting report back then. They did not have race on their forms, only Major League Baseball.
They build facilities in Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. They build facilities for underprivileged Latin kids.
Fields today are excited to officially open this new state-of-the-art Dominican Baseball Academy. The 22.5-acre complex will be home to the Orioles Regional Facility for Caribbean, Central, and South American player development operations.
Because they're giving them an opportunity that they would not have because of their financial means. And we see a lot of Latin players come to the major leagues and ball out. Why can't you do that stateside though? Why can't you put facilities in LA and fund them? Put some in the South, put something, put them, strategically around the country and provide an avenue for us to play like you do in these other countries. Well, Keyshawn, that's be simple to do, right?
It feels that way.
Right? Unless you really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Unless you really don't want to do it.
Yeah. Because
it wouldn't be that hard. Baseball got a lot of money. And it can be write-offs. I mean, they got to find write-offs somewhere. So if you're not doing it, it's because you don't want to do it. And why don't you want to do it? Well, we can make it very elementary. Is obviously you just don't want us to play. You don't want us to be a part of it. And now with the money being so astronomical.
And before David Justice was cut off, David Justice was about to say something that's never been said by a professional athlete. Not to my knowledge, at least. David Justice was about to really spill the beans on the real reason why they want to use DEI in a lot of different sports organizations, whether it's the MLB, whether it's the NFL, or whether it's the NBA. They all are prioritizing making the game global and using their own resources to do it. So sending people overseas, sending people across the pond to try to train athletes that don't necessarily look like the athletes here in America. And the reason for that is a very simple reason. Having that amount of money and resources concentrated within one community, within the United States, could be a problem. Because now we're talking about individuals with the power collectively to change the outcomes within America. Because you don't change outcomes just by voting or just by rioting or picketing or whatever the case may be. No, you change the outcome in America through resources, through opportunity. And if you can somehow manage to concentrate and relegate those resources to only a handful of players, then you can minimize the impact of any kind of influence that those individuals will have on a said community. The last thing they want is a bunch of Jaylen Browns walking around.
Hey, Jaylen, what do you plan to do with the generational wealth? I mean, what do you plan to do off and on the floor with this new contract?
Well, that's a great question. I want to launch a project to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston.
And that's the real reason why the NBA, the MLB, and even the NFL are willing to sacrifice their own product. It's bigger than a game. It's bigger than a child's game. There's multiple games going on. But at least that's my take on it. That's my personal opinion. Feel free to go ahead and comment below in the comment section. Let me know how you guys feel about it. You may have a completely different take. I may be off the mark on this one. I'm not infallible, and I welcome conversation. I welcome debate. Please keep it polite. Please keep it PG. And as usual, peace and chaos.